Oh, deck the halls and suck my balls. Welcome back to the Backed by Bowen podcast. It's going to be episode 27. And as always, I am your host, Chris, aka Don Burgundy on the internet. How's it going? How you doing? So what is going on? So sorry about the late podcast episode, but I ended up going to New York City this past weekend. I did not get back until late Monday night, so I did not do one because I didn't want to stay up that late. And wouldn't you guess, I ended up getting sick. Surprise, surprise, right in time for Christmas. I don't know if you can tell it by my voice or not, but yeah, still a little under the weather. So I came back Monday, woke up on Tuesday, and just like figured, oh, just tired. I was staying out late, doing a lot of walking, drinking in New York City. Sorry, I had to drink some water. Got to keep my fluids up. Um, Tired. I just figured, oh, I'm just tired. I just kind of feel like groggy and crappy, and I had a headache all day and whatever. So I spent the day with my mom and went out for lunch for her birthday and hung out with her, and had a good time. Um, and then yesterday, which was Wednesday, I woke up feeling absolutely dog shit. So then I decided, whatever, I'll go to the gym. Fuck it. I'm just tired, headache, whatever. So I went into the gym, just feeling like kind of crappy, kind of queasy. Didn't have that great of a workout. Just kind of powered through it. And then, you know, after the workout, I figured, like, yeah, I'm definitely sick. Like, this is definitely a thing now. So I figured, what the fuck, might as well go get a COVID test. I bought a COVID at home kit, testing kit, whatever you want to call that. Came back negative, but I ended up going to a CVS and getting tested for that and the flu at the same time. Still waiting on the results. Hopefully, I get them back today. I just got it as of yesterday, so hopefully I get it back today, just so I can, know. Christmas is literally right around the corner here. It's within 3 fucking days, so I would like to not be sick for Christmas, but it is what it is. But that's just my luck. I go to New York City and it is littered with people, literally elbow to elbow, and I don't get sick, but then I come back and I get sick. So I think I definitely got something from being there and all those people, but you know, maybe it just didn't hit me until I got back here and I finally crashed. And I don't know, maybe just traveling, my immune system was low, and whatever. It is what it is. I'm feeling better today. Not much of a headache, but still feeling like drowsy, queasy, like woozy, I guess is the term for it. Like kind of like not like headaches, but like lightheaded and shit like that. But it is what it is. I'll get into the New York trip in a little bit. I'll probably do that at the end of the podcast, but got a lot to talk about today. Um, this might be close to an hour or so. So let's kind of dive right into it. Let's get into this. So first off, like we are going to start with the NFL because the NFL season is wrapping up. Um, Quick before that, I just want to touch on fantasy football. Last week, I did not have a game because I came in second place for the regular season in my fantasy football league, and I had a bye. Would have really liked to grab first place in the regular season, but second place is just as good because I still get a bye. So this week is the quarter or semifinals of the playoffs, and I am playing against the number 4 ranked person. I'm hoping I'm gonna win here. I don't know. He's got a pretty good team, so it all depends on what is coming up with this next week. I mean, I'm kind of nervous because, I was riding first place for such a long time, and then I dropped to second, and now if I lose in the semifinals, like that's gonna be so. Really hoping to take the whole thing this year, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But that's it on the NFL. I will have another NFL update come the 26th. Let you guys know. Hopefully, I'll have good news on that, but I don't know. We will see. I'm kind of nervous on this NFL season here. But yeah, so for week 14 here, we had the last game of week 14, which was the Patriots Cardinals game. And it's honestly been what feels like so long that I actually forget what happened in that game. Um, Okay, so the Patriots did end up winning, 27-13. I had the Patriots there, so that is a W for me. So 1 for 1 so far. And then we had 49ers Seahawks. Niners beat the Seahawks. I got that one right. Colts and Vikings. Vikings actually ended up beating the Colts 39-36 in OT. Kind of surprising. I had the Vikings there, but so it worked out for me. Ravens and Browns. Browns did beat the Ravens 13-3. So far, I'm on a massive roll. That game looked like dog shit, and unfortunately, um, Ravens still on a terrible losing streak, which kind of sucks for me because I have one of the Ravens kickers, one of my players, but I have another backup kicker just in case. Dolphins and Bills. Bills beat the Dolphins 32-29. I had the Bills there. So far, I'm looking good. Eagles and Bears. Eagles beat the Bears 25-20 in a closer game than I expected. Lions and Jets. Lions actually beat the Jets 20-17, so that's a wrong one for me. That game was pretty close. I don't know what happened. I guess it's probably Zach Wilson's fault. Steelers and Panthers. Steelers actually end up beating the Panthers 24-16. Kind of shocked there. I didn't watch that game. Chiefs and Texans. This game was way too close. The Chiefs beat the Texans 30-24 in OT. I had the Chiefs on that one. Kind of surprised that it got that close. Um, Excuse me, still got a little bit of stuffy nose here. Falcons and Saints. The Saints actually ended up beating the Falcons 21-18. I don't know how that happened. I still think the Saints are a really bad team, but whatever. Jaguars actually beat the Cowboys 40-34 in OT. Don't know how that happened either. I'm not too worried about the Cowboys, but I would really like for the Cowboys to play poorly in this upcoming game just so I can have a leg up on the competition because the guy I'm playing against has Dak Prescott as his quarterback. So we shall see. I will go over that slate in a little bit. Broncos somehow ended up beating the Cardinals 24-15. The Cardinals are dead, so whatever. Broncos are still dog shit. Patriots and Raiders. Raiders actually end up beating the Patriots 30-24. That's kind of surprising. Both of those teams are kind of dog shit, though. Titans and Chargers. Chargers beat the Titans 17-14 in a low scoring game. Bengals and Bucks. The Bengals ended up beating the Buccaneers 34-23. I had that one correct as well. And then Giants Commanders. Giants ended up beating the Commanders 20-12, pretty close. And then the Rams Packers, and the Packers ended up beating the Rams 24-12 as well. So um, I surprisingly had a lot of correct ones here. So I mean, also it's week 15. Like if you don't know what a team is going to look like by this point, you are not paying attention. Um, so let's see. I had 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 correct. So pretty good if you ask me on that one. So that would have been up money on that. So that is dope. And then Rams Packers. So we are on to week 16. And that is consisting of a lot of games. So today is a Thursday. So the Thursday night game is going to be Jaguars and Jets, which I think is going to be a pretty close game here. I think if Mike White is in, the Jets win. If not, the Jaguars win. But I don't really know, so it's kind of coin flip. Falcons Ravens is a pretty interesting game because both of these teams are not playing well. Let's see. Falcons, Ravens. Who do I like in this one? Um, Man, the Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens, I guess. I don't really know, even though they just put up 3 points the last game. Lions Panthers is kind of interesting as well. I'll go Lions here though. Chiefs at Seahawks. So um, I think the Seahawks are still pretty good, but I still like the Chiefs in this one, and it's also at Arrowhead, so it's kind of hard for the Chiefs to lose. Saints and Browns is kind of a dog shit bowl, but I'll go with the Browns here because they're at home. Titans Texans, even though the Titans have not been playing well recently, I think they are still a better team than the Texans. Bengals Patriots. I have to go with the Bengals on this one, even though they're playing in what do you call it? In good old Foxborough. Also, the um, the games, these are all like after the Jags Jets games. These are all Saturday games. Um, and then another Saturday game is going to be Giants Vikings. I think this is going to be a really good game here. I'm not really sure. I want to say the Vikings win this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants win. Then we have Bills Bears. I think the Bills obviously win this one, um, even though it's an away game. Commanders, 49ers. I still think the 49ers are still a good team. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if they slip on this one just because the Commanders are a tough team to play, and they still don't have their starting quarterback for the Niners, so we'll see. Eagles Cowboys. This is going to be a really good game, and I think this is okay. So it's in Dallas or wherever their stadium is. It's in Texas. I still think the Eagles win, even though, well, shit. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is out or not. All right, so I'm going to go on the assumption that Jalen Hurts is playing. So if he is playing, I think the Eagles win. So we'll go with that one. Raiders Steelers. I think this is going to be a hard game for the Raiders, so I think the Steelers win this. Um, Packers Dolphins. I think is a really good game because the Dolphins started off really hot and the Packers are starting to pick it up. So I'm going to go with the underdog and take the Packers here on an away game in Miami. Broncos Rams. You know what? I'm actually going to go Broncos here because they are starting, or they're not starting Russell Wilson. I don't think they started him in the last game. So these are Christmas games too. So the Dolphins Packers is on Christmas, and the Broncos Rams is on Christmas. The next game, which is Bucks Cardinals, is on Christmas as well. I think the Bucks win this one because the Cardinals look absolutely bad right now. Kyler Murray's not playing; he got hurt. And then Chargers Colts. Um, I think the Chargers are just a better team, so the Chargers win. So picks I am going for Week 16 are going to be Jets, Ravens, Lions, Chiefs, Browns, Titans, Bengals, Vikings, Bears, 49ers, Eagles, Steelers, Packers, Broncos, Bucks, and Chargers. Hmm. I don't feel so good about this week, but it is what it is, and we will go with that. So, any other? What else do we have? So, week 17 is going to be all a bunch of New Year's Day games, which should be exciting. Hmm. And the week 18 games are probably going to be pretty interesting as well. But that's going to be it for the NFL. So, let's jump into the UFC. So the UFC had their last fight of the year, which was the UFC Fight Night Jared Cannonier versus Sean Strickland fight. I did not end up watching this because I was in New York, so unfortunately I didn't get to watch this, nor did I really have a whole lot of interest watching it. Um, I do like some of the fights on this card, but um, it is what it is. Let's go to the prelim card and see if there's anything interesting here. Bu- 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 Saeed Nurmagomedov ended up winning by submission, so another Dagestanian. Watch out for those guys. Bu- 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 Hmm. Let's see anything else really interesting on the preliminary card. On the main card, um, Cody Brundage lost. My boy Drew Dober won by TKO against Bobby Green in the second round. I should go back and watch the highlights of that fight. I heard it was pretty good. Alex Caceres won by TKO. Um, Amir Albazi won by TKO. Arman Sarukian ended up winning by decision against Damir Ismagulov. I don't even know who the fuck that is. And then Jared Cannonier ended up beating out Sean Strickland by decision. So kind of glad I didn't watch this. The beginning of the card was pretty good, but the rest of the main card was not that great. So it is what it is. Um, what are you gonna do? What else do we have? And sorry if I keep like sniffling into the mic, but I got a little bit of stuffy runny nose, so Please bear with me here, but that's it for the UFC. There's no more cards for the rest of the year, unfortunately. It is what it is. What are you guys going to do? I think they're going to come back in swinging hard next year. So keep an eye out for announcements on the January cards. Those are going to be friggin' insane. I can guarantee it. I also heard there's a few of them lined up for February that could be pretty crazy as well. So keep an eye out for that. And give me 1 second. I am going to take a drink of water. Okay, and let me crack open. Oh, baby. Crack open a fresh energy drink. Might not be the best idea. While I am still feeling crappy, but it's going to prevent me from feeling super tired and groggy through the rest of this podcast. So, whatever. Um, yeah, so it's it for the UFC. Unfortunate that they are done for the year, but it is what it is. They're probably going to give a lot of their what do you call it? Their employees, the next couple weeks off. So good for them. Those guys work super hard. So good for them. Let's see, what else do we have? Hmm. Gonna check out the UFC event board and see. Oh, they're actually doing a UFC fight night with Nasruddin Imavov versus Kelvin Gastelum. That's gonna be a pretty good fight. I'm looking at Kelvin Gastelum's face right now, and his ears are fucking gross. Like he has a really bad cauliflower ears. They look fucking disgusting. But it is what it is. You know, when you're doing that kind of work, you are gonna get cauliflower. It is what it is. It's just unfortunate. Um, yeah, so it looks like this is when is this? Does it say? It's January 14th, it says, is going to be that card. I don't know if that's the first card of the new year, but that's the first card I've seen on their website. Let's go back to events. And let's go to upcoming. The only one that's upcoming. Oh, here we are. So they do have them listed on here. So January 14th is the Nasruddin Imavov or Kelvin Gastelum. That should be pretty good. Main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I might watch. Glover to so UFC 283 is Glover Teixeira versus Jamahal Hill. Excuse me, that should be pretty fucking good. Unfortunately, that main card starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to watch that. But it's in Rio de Janeiro, so that should be pretty fucking good. It's also got Brandon Figueiredo Davison Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno on the card. That's gonna be a nasty fight. Um, Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny. That should be a good fight. What else do we have here? Mauricio Shogun Hua. He's still fighting? No fucking way. Is that really what that is? We got Daniel Bearju Craig versus Johnny Walker. That should be a good fight. What a weird fucking name. Um, anything else interesting? I don't really see anything else interesting on this fight. COD. Let me keep scrolling through. That's about it. And then UFC Fight Night, Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak, February 4th. That should be a pretty good card. UFC 284, that's the big boy. That's Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski, February 11th. Unfortunately, the main card starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is in Australia, so it is what it is. But that should be dope. Got some cool fights on that card. You got Robert Whitaker against Paulo Costa. My boy Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker. That should be a really dope fight. What else do we have on this one? Uh, anything else interesting? Not really a whole lot, but that's gonna be a dope fight. Unfortunately, uh, I won't be watching that because of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But it is what it is. But that's something to look forward to. So there we go. And then we're going to jump into the NHL. I only care about the Bruins specifically. Last time I put an episode out was a while ago. So let's go to the games here. The Bruins play the Winnipeg Jets tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at home. So that should be dope. Bruins have been absolutely unstoppable at home. So last game they played was Monday. They ended up beating the Panthers 7-3. Absolutely beat the fucking brakes off of them. So that's dope. So last time I put an episode out was looks like it was around the 12th, and they had just won a yeah, so they just won a shootout, 4-3 against the New York Islanders. Then they end up losing to the Kings at home, 3-2 in a shootout. Then they just beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-2 at home. Then again, they beat the Panthers at home 7-3, and then now they are playing the Jets today at 7 at home as well. And then tomorrow we're playing the Jersey Devils at Jersey. Then they're playing Ottawa Senators, and they're playing Jersey again. And then they're back at home to play the Buffalo Sabres. Then they're playing the Penguins. Really interesting next set of games here. We're just going to take it one day at a time in terms of that. The whole schedule looks pretty good. But we will see. I want to see. They are playing around my birthday. They're playing at home Columbus March 30th. So I kind of want to check that out. What day is that? I might try to go to that game. March 30th is a Thursday. My birthday's on a Friday, so maybe in March I'll take those 2 days off. I'll take the 30th and the 31st off, and then I'll go to the Bruins game or something. I don't know. We'll see yet. I don't know yet. We'll see is what I meant to say, but um, it is what it is. We'll take a look. We will see. Um, last game of the year, April 13th. They had to play in Montreal to play in the Canadiens. Eesh, that's not how you want to end the season. But it is what it is. Let's take a look at the standings really quickly. Bruins still atop the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference. They are 25, 4, and 2. They have 52 points, 7, 1, and 2 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak. So they're looking good still. They do have a 5-game lead behind above everyone else, so they're still looking hot. That is good to see. The 52 points. Let's see what else. Over in the Metro Division, the Hurricanes actually are tied in points with the Devils. That's pretty interesting. So, I mean, I would like to see the Devils, in the playoffs. I think that'd be good. It'd be good for them. They're a young team. Over in the Western Conference, we got the Central Division. We got the Dallas Stars in first with 44 points, currently 19, 9, and 6. That Central Division, for whatever reason, is looking really weak right now. I don't know what is going on. Then we've got over the Pacific Division. We still have Vegas on top. They've got 47 points. The next closest is 41 points. So they're firmly in the lead there. They are 23, 11, and 1. So good for them. The rise to glory for the former Stanley Cup finalists back in 2019, I think it was. I don't know. I'll have to look back at that. I don't really care right now. I'm to look into it. But that's going to be it for the NHL. Just again, a brief overview there. Again, the Bruins are still the best team in the league with 52 points. I hope they keep that record up. They're looking absolutely dominant. So this is nice to see, but I would like to see them, towards the end of the year, still putting up these numbers and putting in this work. And a 7-3 win over the Panthers really looks fucking good right now. But let me see a 7-3 win over a top team at the end of the year. That's what I really want. But that's going to be it. Let's go to the NBA and the Boston Celtics specifically. Excuse me for the slurp. I had to get some more liquid. Okay, Boston Celtics. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's look at the Celtics. Last time I put an episode out was Monday, December. Was it December 12th? Yeah, so it's Monday, December 12th. Jeez. They ended up losing to the Clippers in LA, unfortunately, 93-13. That does not look fucking good. Then they beat the Lakers in OT, 122-118. Then they lose to the Magic somehow, 117-109. Lose to the Magic again, 95-92. Then they lose to the Pacers, 117-112, and they play the Timberwolves tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at home. So this is a get right game. They definitely need this fucking win because then they play the Bucks after that. So it's going to be very tough. I don't know what happened. They just started not playing as well. I don't know. Ever since they lost to the Warriors back on the 10th of December, they just had a just bad string of games, I guess. I don't know how you lose to Orlando twice in a row. At home, I don't know what the fuck happened there, but maybe someone was hurt. I don't really know. I don't know. But back to the standings. Unfortunately, with that run of games, the Celtics dropped down to second place in the Eastern Conference. They are 22-10, whereas the Milwaukee Bucks are 22-9. Um, it is what it is. I mean, they still have a good record in the conference, but yeah, not looking hot on a three-game losing streak. So um, they definitely need to pick it up. Whereas you see teams like the Nets on a seven-game winning streak, 20-12. They are right behind everyone else. So gotta make sure they stay down there. Um, Let's go to the Western Conference really quickly. The Nuggets are somehow topping the Western Conference while being tied with the Grizzlies. They are 19-11, both teams. Um, but it looks like the Nuggets have a better conference record, so they're topping them. Still really close in the Western Conference. All these teams are within like a couple games of each other. It's actually really pretty close, whereas a little bit more division within the top four teams of the Eastern Conference, whereas the top four of the Western Conference is 1911, 1911, 1812, 1913, 1914, 1713, 1715, 1816, 1616. It's like really, really close there. So let's hold a lot more basketball to go. Let's take a look at upcoming games. Hmm. There's only two games tonight. A few games tomorrow. Ooh, Bucks Nets in Brooklyn tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time should be a good game. Um, what else? And then a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few um Christmas Day games. We have 76ers and Knicks at noon Eastern Standard Time. Lakers Mavs 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the big game Bucks Celtics 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is a really big game for both teams. It's at home, so that should be good for the Celtics, but we'll see. Then we have Grizzlies Warriors 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Suns Nuggets 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So really good games here. Um, the only game that I think would kind of be boring would be that 76ers Knicks game, but I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. Other than that, I don't really care. So that's going to be it for the NBA. And then quickly, we are going to go over the World Cup. So congratulations to Argentina for beating France. I watched a good majority of this game. It was very intense, very exciting to watch. So let's see. So Argentina ended up so last time I put out an episode, it was before the semifinals. Argentina ended up beating Croatia 3-0, and then France ended up beating Morocco 2-0. Um, then for the third place match, which no one really cares about, Croatia beat Morocco 2-1, and then it got down to the Argentina France game. It was tied at 3-3 at the end of the game, and then Argentina wins in a shootout 4-2. Lionel Messi, I'm pretty sure he had a couple goals. How many did he have? Where is player stats? Yeah, so Lionel Messi had two. He had one that was a penalty kick, which was the first score for Argentina. They had another one. Um, Really, really dope. But if you look at France, it was all goals by Kylian Mbappe. This guy, absolute friggin' animal. He scored once off of a penalty, and then he had two other goals. He had one off of a penalty, and then he had one right after that in the next minute. And then he scored another one off of a penalty kick as well. So he's an absolute problem. He's literally the reason France was in it the entire time, but it was a really good game. I didn't get to watch all the penalty kicks. I basically watched, I'd say about 80% of it, but it was really exciting, really fucking fun to watch. Um, good for Lionel Messi. This kind of makes him like the greatest in the world. So definitely cool to see. He's done it all. This is one thing that everyone needed him to check off the box in terms of actually being considered the best because he had done everything except for get that World Cup win, and he finally did it, and he had two goals in it. So, what can you say now? I mean, he is just an absolute animal. So good for him. I don't know if he's going to retire or not. I think there's rumors that he's. Oh God, excuse me. I think there's rumors that he's going to retire. I mean, he is like 36 or something like that, or I think he's 32. Or hold on, let me look it up right now. Messi's age. Yeah, he's 35 right now. So, um, the next World Cup would be when he's 39. So he's definitely not going to be doing that again. I don't think so. But definitely dope to see. Good for him. Congratulations, Argentina. Congratulations, Lionel Messi. Um, wow, that's pretty crazy. So good for him. That was really exciting. Pretty excited for the next World Cup. I will not be talking about football or soccer until then. So don't get your hopes up here, kids. I don't really care that much. I just thought the World Cup was really exciting, and it is. It's just like one of those exciting, just one of those exciting events that you kind of have to tune into. It's just really like the epitome of the soccer world. It's like it's like the Super Bowl for football. So yeah, I mean that's all I have to say on that. So next, we're going to talk really quickly about the Mr. Olympia. That was this past weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch any of it, but um, some really big shakeups here in a couple of the divisions. But the first one we talk about is the Mr. Olympia, which is like the main men's open bodybuilding. There's a new winner now, is Hadi Choopan from Iran. He looked absolutely insane. I don't know how, but Big Ramy did not even come in within the top five. So top five is Hadi Choopan, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, which really good for him. Definitely seeing him. I believe he didn't even make the top five last year, so good for him. Brandon Curry, a top five mainstay, and then Mamdo Ilasabe. I have no idea who the fuck that is, but new Mr. Olympia winner. That's awesome. Good for him. That's really cool. I guess Big Ramy just did not come in looking good at all. I guess. I mean, I didn't watch it unfortunately, so I didn't know. But it is what it is. Good for Hadi. He looked absolutely insane. I saw a few clips, so um, definitely came in to win this year. Um, I don't really pay attention to the 212 division. Um, Miss Olympia, I don't know any of those people. Fitness Olympia, Missy Truscott won. I'm pretty sure she wins all the time, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure she has won it like 100 times. But good for her. If I remember correctly, I think she won last year, but I don't really remember. Um, She looks absolutely insane, though. Just looking at her Instagram really quickly, she looks absolutely nuts. So, good for her. So she won the Fitness Olympia, Figure Olympia. I don't know any of those people. Women's Physique. I don't know any of those people. Classic Physique. Your boy Chris Bumstead won again, the fourth time in a row, Mr. Olympia Classic Physique champion. Um, Pretty crazy because it was him, then Ramon. I can't pronounce the rest of his name, but I'm pretty sure I know who it is. Urs. Kale Kalekniski? I don't know who the fuck that is. Wait, I think I know who that is. Is that Miracle Bear on Instagram? Let me see really quickly. Go to search. Ers. Yeah, it's this German guy. He is absolutely fucking insane looking. Um, I can't pronounce his last name, but he came in 3rd place. Good for him. He looks fucking crazy. He's got a great physique. I could definitely see him competing for 1st place. Um, I don't know who this Ramon guy is. Ramon Kioros? Ramon Dino Roca Kioros. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Let's take a look really quickly. Okay, he looks pretty nutty as well. I could definitely see why he came in 2nd place. But your boy Chris just has a little bit more, but his condition absolutely nutty. Um, so good for him. And then Breon Ansley 4th and Mike Summerfield 5th. Kind of unfortunate for Breon here. He keeps going lower and lower in the top 5 each year. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just getting too old, or he's just not like, I don't know. But I would like to see one of my favorite men's classic physique competitors get in the rankings, and that is wow, I'm totally blanking on his name. Let me see if I can find him on Instagram really quickly. This podcast just came to a screeching halt as I'm trying to fucking figure out this guy's name. Um, is it? Oh, it's Terrence Ruffin. He is one of my favorite men's classic physique competitors. Um, he looks absolutely insane. I think it's just that he's not tall enough, but his conditioning, his form, his symmetry, like he looks really crazy. I think within the next couple of years, you're definitely going to see him in the top 5, if not the top 3. Again, I think it might just be that he is a little bit shorter. Maybe it's the calves. I'm not really sure, but he looks absolutely nuts. Um, he looks, I don't know, insane. His conditioning, just like take a look at some of the photos here from the competition is absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, it looks like he placed in 9th, so that's kind of tough. Um, but you'll see him in the top 5 very soon. He looks crazy. You could tell he works very hard, and he came in super dry, super lean. He's a monster. Um, but he's also up against the best of the best. So sometimes it's just whatever, it's just unfortunate, but you're against the best guys in the world. So if you're just not that little bit better, then you're going to lose. So it is what it is. But, big fan. Yeah, again, congratulations to Chris Bumstead, 4-time Mr. Olympia champion, men's classic physique. He's the GOAT. He's the men's classic physique GOAT. What can you say? He's the best. I don't know if anyone's going to beat that record, but we will see. I will see if he comes back again next year and does it again. Um, who knows? Maybe he'll retire. I don't know. We'll see. Because I think I don't want to say he's getting burnt out because obviously I don't know, and I haven't really been watching his content recently either, so I really don't know if he's still 100% into it or not. I mean, I assume he is just because you know, he's winning. But still, yeah, good for him. But we'll see how much longer he wants to push it. I think he's still relatively young, but um, we'll see how long he wants to push it. Men's physique, Brandon Hendrickson. He came in 2nd place. Interesting. Looks absolutely nuts. I don't know who's the guy who came in 1st place. Aaron Banks. Who is Aaron Banks? Aaron Banks. Oh yeah, no wonder this guy won. He's an absolute freak. He looks insane. Holy shit. He looks like an absolute action figure. So pretty obvious why this guy won. But good for him. What are his sponsors? Oh wow, he won Mr. Olympia and the 2022 Men's Physique Arnold Classic as well. Wow, good for him. Absolutely crazy. Um, he looks nutty. Damn, hell yeah, good for him. Is he a young LA athlete as well? He is wearing young LA. Yeah, he looks like he's a young LA guy. Hell yeah, good for him. Good for him. It's dope. And then the Bikini Olympia, I don't know any of them. Oh wow, Lorelai Chapados, she came in fifth, but she looks absolutely insane. Like I don't know how she came in fifth. These girls who came in, the girl who came in first must have looked absolutely insane. I know I don't have any visuals to reference off of these, but um, whatever. I mean, there's a reason why people win, right? It's because they look absolutely nuts. So, um, congratulations to everyone who won. Wellness Olympia, Franciel Matos. That's gotta be. All right, before we look her up, let's say that she is French with that kind of name. Um, no, she's actually Brazilian. Huh. Well, good for her. She looks crazy too. Insane. Hamstrings and quads, absolutely huge. Like bigger than my torso, huge, crazy. And then wheelchair Olympia as well. So good for them. Um, oh, okay. So Big Rami's name is actually Mamdo Elizabeth. That's why I was like, who the fuck? So he actually came in. Going back to this really quickly, he came in fifth this year. It's kind of crazy. He went from first 2 years in a row to fifth place. That's pretty nutty. I guess this wasn't his year. I don't know what happened. Um, who else? And then Phil Heath won it so many times in a row. Oh my god, crazy. So Ronnie Coleman, 6 times in a row. Phil Heath, 7 times in a row. So pretty crazy. That was just within the past 20 years, but um, that's dope. Congratulations to all the men's Mr. Olympia winners, and the females as well. I don't really follow the females at all because I don't really know any of them, but um, congratulations to them. Um, I always like watching Mr. Olympia. I like bodybuilding, but if I don't get to watch it, then I'm not too upset. But it is what it is. But give me a second here. I'm gonna grab some more liquids. Okay. Excuse me. Jesus. Jesus. All right. So after that, what are we looking at here? Go back to my agenda. All right, anime. So I have been catching up pretty much on a decent amount of anime here. Um, as of now, I am almost caught up on More Than a Married Couple. It's pretty good. I still need to catch up on Golden Kamuy, Reincarnated as a Sword. I am just about caught up on Eminence in Shadow. Episode 12 just came out. I'm fully caught up on Blue Lock, episode 11. Need to catch up on Mob Psycho, and I'm fully caught up on Chainsaw Man. So, also, if you guys are not watching Chainsaw Man, you definitely should. It is absolutely incredible. Um, Definitely take a look into that. So let's pull up my anime list here. Um, okay, so for fall 2022, also they started releasing episodes of what is it called? Of Isekai Uncle again, so I need to catch up on that as well. It's one of my favorite series. So Chainsaw Man says 12 episodes for this first season. So there's one episode left, so that is going to be dope. Um, 12 episodes of Mob Psycho, 24 of Blue Lock, which is gonna be pretty dope. I'm only 11 episode 11, so it's only episode 11 episodes out as of right now. They got the Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, which I haven't watched yet either, so I should probably look into that as well. They're doing 20 episodes for the Eminence in Shadow, which is pretty interesting. Um, 12 episodes for Reincarnated as a Sword, 12 episodes for More Than a Married Couple, and then don't really care about anything else. 13 episodes of Golden Kamuy. Yeah, we need to catch up on that as well. I know. Da, 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 da. I think that's about it. Hmm. Did they have any good ONAs, OVAs, anything like that? Ooh, excuse me. Um, anything? An ONA, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean Part 3. Interesting. Mm. What else? Nothing else interesting on here. This came to a screeching halt. All right, so no other good ONAs. A lot of Chinese ones, which you would kind of expect, because I don't think the Chinese have any streaming services. But what about movies? Any good movies? Oh, they got the time I was reincarnated as a slime movie, so that should be pretty cool. I tried to look that up, but I couldn't find it. Um, any other cool movies? Because I'm trying to look for some anime movies to watch. Um, I don't see any. Nothing that came out this past season. What else? What else, brother man? All right, so I guess we're going to be jumping on to winter 2023, which is coming up here within a couple days. Vinland Saga Season 2 set to release on January 10th. That's going to be dope. I cannot wait for that. We got Tokyo Revengers second season, January 8th. That's going to be dope. That Nier Automata series, which I might watch. So January 7th. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? January 5th. That should be good. Um, oh yeah, that Trigun Stampede series, January 7th. That should be cool. Definitely be checking that out. The Fruit of Evolution, season 2, which looks like that got looks like it got a what do you call that? An animation overhaul. So that should be good. Should be better. Bum. What else do we have? I don't know. This upcoming season doesn't look like it's going to be super exciting. Got some stuff coming out that I'm not super hyped on. Some stuff that I've seen in manga that I've read for a little bit, and it's just kind of like, well, it's passable. It's surprising that it's getting an anime adaptation for a lot of these, but I'll go into that a little bit more once the season starts. Let's take a look for see any movies that are going to come out at all. I don't see any. Some ONAs. Nope, don't care about those. Nope. OVAs. Nope, nothing good there. They got a Black Clover movie coming out. I wonder if that's canon at all. Probably not. A Doraemon movie? Oh man. Nothing else really. Damn. Kind of shocked. This is not like very action packed here for winter 2023. Anything good for spring 2023? Yep, Demon Slayer, Doctor Stone, that Hell's Paradise series, which I'm actually pretty interested to looking into. Um, Ancient Magus Bride season 2. Mm, In Another World with My Smartphone season 2. Hmm. It'd be a lot better if I had visuals here. Oh, Dead Mount Death Play. That should be interesting. I read a little bit of that. That one's actually pretty interesting. So keep an eye on that. You guys will probably see some stuff if you follow anime at all. You probably see some stuff about that in on social media, stuff like that. Probably some stuff dropping in terms of um, teasers, things like that. Should be interesting. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 coming out in July. What else do we got? Not a whole lot announced as of yet. Kind of surprising here. Um, there's so many things in the later tab on my anime list that I can't wait for, like Shield Hero, Goblin Slayer, Jobless Reincarnation, Konosuba, Saga: The Tide of Evil. Like a lot of these things are all like leaked, but they haven't been announced. So it's kind of, excuse me, kind of annoying. But I get it. You can't really just can't really give any kind of Jesus Christ, I can't think right now. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting over this being sick thing. Still kind of feeling like shit, but um, yeah. So you can't really do much because you don't know when it's going to be in post production or anything like that. Um, Oh, Kaiju number 8 is gonna be dope. That's supposed to get an anime adaptation. Keep an eye out for that. I recommended that as a manga recommendation a while ago. Definitely fucking look into that one, guys. That's gonna be sick. Um, what else do we have? Ba-da, ba-da-da, ba-bum, ba-bum. Oh, Shangri-La Frontier. That's gonna be sick. La 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 la. Some other cool shit, but hmm. Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot going on here. Um, All right, but we're gonna get into excuse me. We're gonna get into the anime recommendation portion, which this time I'm actually going to recommend an anime movie which I just watched. So I'll give my review and recommendation at the same damn time. So it is going to be the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. I actually just watched this yesterday and I really liked it. I was not the biggest fan of the main character because the main character is just like super annoying and weak and weird, and like just wimpy at the beginning, and then like they do a little bit of time skips through like the movie, and then for whatever reason, like towards the end of the movie, the character just becomes like absolutely god tier, like cracked out of his mind for whatever reason. It's just completely like that part I didn't like. So like there was like no real character progression. It just went from like him being a weak, wimpy, like not able to fight at all, to then just being an absolute monster. Like it's just like, and like the time skip that they used or explained that they used anyway, it was basically over like the course of like 6 months or something like that. So I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like it, I don't know. It was just kind of like not that much of a payoff in terms of that. I was just kind of like, this is not that like, I don't know, but I thought it was really good. I actually liked it. A lot of the familiar characters come back, so you just like, this is supposed to be before the actual Jujutsu Kaisen first season. Um, it was dope though. So on my anime list, it's got a score of 8.5. I'd give that probably an 8. I wouldn't give it an 8.5. It's definitely pretty good. Let's read off the synopsis here really quickly. So, violent misfortunes frequently occur around 16-year-old Yuta Okotsu, A timid victim of high school bullying. Yuta is saddled with a monstrous curse, a power that dishes out brutal revenge against his bullies. Rika Orimoto, Yuta's curse, is a shadow from his tragic childhood and potentially lethal threat to anyone who dares wrong him. Um, and then it goes on to say Yuta's unique scenario situation catches the attention of Satoru Goju, everyone's favorite, a powerful sorcerer who teaches at Tokyo Jujutsu High. Goju sees immense potential in Yuta, and he hopes to help the boy channel his deadly burden into a force for good. Yet Yuta struggles to find his place among his talented classmates, the selectively mute Toge Inamuki, weapons expert Maki Zen, and Panda. Um, so this basically, like, I'm gonna read off the last one here actually too. So Yuta clumsily utilizes Rika on missions with the other first year students, but the grisly aftermath of Rika's tremendous displays of power draws the interest of the calculating curse user Suguru Geto. As Geto strives to claim Rika's strength and use it to eliminate all non-jujutsu users from the world, Yuta fights alongside his friends to stop the genocidal plot. So basically, that last paragraph kind of sums up all of it except for the end. So again, like, he doesn't know how to use the curse. He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know how to do anything. So he clumsily kind of uses it along, and it's like protecting him the entire time. But like with the last like fight scene, for whatever reason, he's just absolute god mode, like fucking people up. Where it's just like kind of like I'm suspending my belief, obviously, but it's just kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, he's just happens to be nasty now. Like, yeah, I can get it. Like, he can use more like curse power or whatever, but like for him to be able to like wield the sword at a better ratio or better ability is just kind of stupid. But um, I mean, it was good. I liked it. So again, I give it an 8, not an 8.5. An 8.5 is kind of little too much, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I gotta give it an 8. Definitely check it out, guys. Definitely a whole lot of fun. Um, definitely worth the watch. Um, but yeah, that's my recommendation. And then for manga, I don't think I have a recommendation. I've been reading a decent amount recently, just trying to catch up on shit. Um, so I don't think I have a recommendation as of right now. I've just been kind of, excuse me, trying to catch up on the stuff that I really like, and then leaving some random stuff. Ooh, excuse me, for when I'm really bored. Um, but yeah, looking at it now, nothing I could really recommend, but um some other stuff I want to catch up on, but whatever. But then I think we're gonna close it out on this one, guys. So this is the last portion of it. I just want to talk about when I went to New York. I had a good time. It was super busy, as you would expect, and it was. It was a lot of fun. I went there with my brother and my sister, and we went to go see all the touristy stuff. And then we ended up meeting with my friend Alex from college. We just kind of got drinks with him one night and just hung out and just chilled super hard at a bar until pretty late. It was like Sunday. We ended up hanging out till like 2 in the morning or something like that. But um, I had been to New York plenty times, but I'd never been to New York City. So I used to go to New York to camp out on Lake George with my brother and my dad back when I was a kid, um, and like a young teenager. But I hadn't been there in a while. And again, I'd never been to New York City. So if my sister asked me if I wanted to go, I said, "Fuck it, why not?" And then we asked my brother, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, fuck it, we'll do it." But it's pretty cool. Definitely cool. I don't know the whole appeal of New York City to people. Like, some people are like, "Oh, it's the greatest city in the world," all this shit. I thought it was all right. I mean, I didn't think it was too fucking crazy. It's definitely worth checking out, but it was just so fucking busy that it was unbearable. Like, it was just like, I'm gonna plan another trip to go back sometime like in the spring or something like that, when it's not cold and there was not many people and we can go and like actually do some cool stuff. But we just basically wanted to go. Only had like 2 days really to actually do anything. Um, because we had to come back and my brother and my sister had work. I have the last 2 weeks of the year off, which is pretty dope. I was hoping to get a whole lot done and do a whole lot of cool shit, but I got sick and it is what it is. But I mean, it was cool. It was a cool experience. Some of the things that we saw were the Rockefeller Center. That was pretty cool. They got the tree out there. outside with the Radio City sign and stuff like that. We saw Times Square, which is kind of cool. We saw the 9/11 memorial. That was really cool looking. We didn't go into the museum portion because it was closed by the time we got there. Um, the World Trade Center was pretty dope. It's like a massive like I'd never known what it was, but they got like a whole lot of cool shit in there. Italy was dope. Um, they have another one which is like the Flatiron one, which apparently is supposed to be better. So next time I'll go over there. Um, we got to see Madison Square Garden. Unfortunately, it was under a lot of construction. I would have liked to like walk through it or something like that or whatever, but it was cool to see. You know, MSG is like one of the bigger, if not the biggest, most recognizable venue in the United States. So um, that's pretty cool to see. What else did we see? We saw Central Park as well. Central Park is massive. We just kind of walked around it for like about an hour or so in the middle of like Central Park. So it was cool to see. Definitely worth going. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get shit for this, but like I don't really see. I think it's a little overhyped. Like everyone's like, "Oh, the best city in the world," like nothing like New York, all this bullshit. I thought it was cool. You know, I didn't think it was the best city in the world. I mean, there's other cities out there that you think of that are like just in the states. We'll go with the states, like Chicago, L.A. Um, you have Boston, some cool cities in Texas, like you got Miami, like there's like so many other cities in the world where I don't know, I haven't been to enough of them. And then you think of like cities in like other countries, like you know, like Seoul, South Korea. You got Tokyo, Japan. Like, so I can't say New York City is the best city in the world. I also haven't been to a whole lot of cities, so I can't really like you know give like a good um basis. I mean, I might get shit for this, but I think that New York City is only slightly better than Boston. That's about it. That's about it. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I give New York City? Maybe a 6. You know, it was all right. It was cool. I think I just didn't like it because of the time I went, but like still, I was just kind of like, "Oh, this is cool." Like one thing I want to do is go and like hang out in boroughs and stuff like that. Like, you know, hang out in like Queens and like go to like the Bronx and stuff like that and like go check those out and like, you know, find like the cool little spots because I don't really give a fuck about like Times Square or whatever. Like it was just cool to see. I'd seen it once. Now I don't really care about it anymore. So like that's what I want to go and see is like the small little like borough parts with all the cool stuff, like the locals only type shit. That's what I'm looking for. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was a cool experience overall. You know, I mean, I didn't hate it. Yeah, you know, it wasn't terrible. Um, but nothing super crazy, but I think that's going to be it. That is going to be the Backed by Bone podcast, episode 27. Um, sorry I came out with another late one, guys, but it is what it is. I got sick. What are you gonna do? Um, mm, sorry, I had to take a sip. This is the last episode before the holidays. This is Thursday, December 22nd. Um, so only a couple more days until Christmas, and then we got New Year's coming up. So I'm going to probably be doing another episode on the 26th, just because I have enough to talk about. So why the fuck not? Even though it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 days from now, who fucking cares? I'm going to do it anyway. So just to try and stay consistent, get back onto the consistency. But thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate everything. Thank you for listening, subscribing, following, all that shit. All of my links down in the description below. My YouTube, my Instagram. I got TikTok on there. Um, all that kind of stuff. Everyone, please, I highly appreciate any kind of support. Thank you so much again. This is Backed by Bone podcast, and as always, I'm your host Chris, aka Dog Burgundy, on the internet. Thank you so much, guys. Merry Christmas, and go get your ball sucked. Peace.